Hello, interwebs. We are on a train going to Mudgee. Bronte has been lovely enough to invite me over to her parents' place this week, beginning of the week. I was going to say weekend, but it's not the weekend. And yeah, we're on our way there. It's about a 3-hour train ride. We got up at 6 in the morning. This is Cabrera Valley here with Bronte, and it is the widest canyon in the world, apparently. We're driving over to the farm vineyard place now, but we stopped out at this lookout. So these are cork trees, which for some reason I never thought about what corks are made out of, but makes sense. I'm just so fascinated by everything here right now. I feel like a child, like being introduced to a whole new world. But it's just so lovely. It's exactly what you would think a winery would look like.
Everything the light touches is ours.
Persimmon tree. You ever wonder why they're called eggplants? Boom. I got a lifetime of knowledge. We're in a ute right now, or as we would say, a truck. We've got Louie in the back, Bronte in the driver's seat, and we're gonna go check on some sheep, apparently, because that's totally normal to do here. Just had my first kangaroo sighting. It's a very emotional time. I'm shaking. My heart is racing right now. There's so many. I have no idea if the camera caught them, but there's so many. Basically, I'm in heaven right now. If anybody knows me, carbs, cheese, coffee, and oh yeah, and this nice vineyard. Bronte's giving me a wine tasting basically right now. We're doing like, I think it's 4 flights, she said, so that's 12 things of wine. I can't possibly drink all of it, so I feel terrible. Oh, dumping it in the bucket. Wow. Can I finish this one? Is that okay?
That's pretty much what everyone does when they let that go.
This one is for you, Dad. This is the Zinfandel. It is voted the best Zinfandel in the world. I'm not gonna lie, it's really the best I've ever had. So,
sounds good.
Cheers! He just headbutted me! That's the funniest thing in the world. morning, and I really do mean good morning because look at what I woke up to. Tonight they made homemade honey ice cream and this amazing pasta dish and a homemade cake. Bronte's mom is an amazing cook. She uses everything on the farm. It's all organic. It's all resourced from around here, and it's delicious. Here's another first. I just collected these 3 eggs from the chicken pen that we saw yesterday. They're still warm, which Bronte says means they just came out of the chicken. They were just laid. So Bronte just made me a lovely flat white. We've got this view. We're back in the restaurant for some brekkie. And she's making us some poached eggs, which I just picked. So you can't really get much more organic than that. Delicious. Got everything packed up. Bronte and I stopped, basically feels like the middle of nowhere, to have some comets and Harris, some hummus and carrots. Got everything set up, of course some Tim Tams for dessert, but it's not quite the interesting part. I'd like to show you our view for today's meal. So we've arrived to Dunn Swamp. We're just walking around looking at the different campsites to find our spot for tonight. And we're gonna go for a bushwalk and just start the whole camping experience. It's gonna be super cool. Jeez, I can't stress enough how much of a city girl I am. We got as far up as we can. We've kind of been like boulder hopping right now, and surprisingly the hard part now is getting back down. Finally got down from the rocks, and now we are going on a real Aussie bushwalk, trying to find a path again. If this doesn't kill me, my mom will. We're just all tucked up in our swags, as they're called, or as we know them, sleeping bags.
It's not the same thing.
It's our tent slash sleeping bag, actually. We're sleeping under the stars, quite literally directly under the stars with no shelter or anything. Hopefully it doesn't rain. That'd be pretty bad. We've got the fire going over there. We've had way too many marshmallow and s'mores and sausages. Good night. Hopefully we don't get eaten by spiders. Might have a mold face next time you see me. So. Good morning. I know you're thinking, Alex, how do you manage to wake up and look so good after a night of sleeping on the ground? I had to wake up. It was sunrise. Set my alarm for 6 a.m. on purpose for the first time in probably ever, because I had to see this. So right now we're looking pretty stylish. My sweats actually got so dirty. It's so gross. We eat s'mores. Bronte's going for a monochrome chic. I would say this was a pretty successful first camping trip. It was lots of fun. We woke up at 3, I didn't film this, but we woke up at 3 in the morning from a possum, going into our fire pit and like taking the cans that were in there, or like maybe eating some of the marshmallows. We're not too sure, but like he was just in there and he woke both of us up. He was being that rowdy. And then we just stayed up for like, I'd say a good hour, maybe half an hour, just watching the stars because it was unreal how many stars there were at that time. And how many shooting stars we saw. We each saw like at least 5 shooting stars, definitely. Thank you, Bronte, for taking me on my first camping trip. And now we drive back.